today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bushy Rink here at the Cullen Hockey Center, Moorhead, Minnesota. We got a treat on tap for you today. The Blue Ox Black Bracket, that's the big one, the quarter-final round officially underway. Stillwater taking on Warroad. Warroad wearing red, white, and blue, one of the few associations in the state of Minnesota where the high school colors do not match the youth association colors. In Warroad, you have to earn the right to wear that black and gold. Stillwater moving left to right on your screen wearing white uniforms. Our starting lineups for today for Warroad, starting in goal, number 30, Finn Hansen. The defenders are number 27, Ryan Lee, number 37, Avon Huntvet. The forward trio, number 5, Gavin Anderson, number 15, Cale Carey, and number 22, Roderick Q. Jackson. As for Stillwater, starting in goal, number 32, Leighton Reinhardt. The defenders in front of Reinhardt are number 4, Ryder Wiley, and number 5, Weston Grills. The forwards, number 8, Lane Powers, number 9, Joseph Howe, and number 12, Eli Schilling. Puck is down, and we are underway as Honfet throws it back to Lee. Lee looking for an option, chipped into the middle by Roderick Jackson. The pass from Lee just a little too hard for Jackson to guide it where he wanted. Now Stillwater in transition. Joseph Howe lets fly a shot. Hansen blockers it away into the corner. Stillwater going to work down in the Warroad zone. On the backhand is Lane Powers. Powers, a new addition to the Stillwater team, originally from Bloomington, Minnesota. He skated last season with the Sioux Falls Power Tier 1 program. Puck dumped in from the blue line. Giving chase is Cale Carey, who runs a pony into the boards with great enthusiasm. We'll have a little 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Ponies carrying it out. Big hit. Slapper from the blue line by Huntvet. Boy, when he gets a stick on it, Huntvet can really let it fly. The question is if he can keep it on target. He does on that one, but the rebound knocked into the corner by Reinhardt. A dump out attempt by Stillwater. That'll be icing. 13:55 to go in the first period. We play 15-minute periods here at the Blue Ox. It's a good time to tell you a little bit about these two teams. Warroad enters today's game with a record of 2-0, defeating Bismarck 4-3 in the play-in round, and then pulling away from Centennial 6-3 in last night's Sweet 16 matchup. The leading scorers for Warroad, number 9, Parker Mose with a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. Number 15, Cale Carey with a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. And number 22, Roderick Jackson with 2 goals and an assist for a total of, you guessed it, 3 points. Here come the Ponies, 2-on-2. A pass looking for Jarvis, escapes his stick. Jarvis goes tumbling into the corner. Warroad will try to get something going through the neutral zone. And we have a whistle for high sticking. As for Stillwater, a 4-goal third period helped the Ponies defeat East Grand Forks 5-1 last night. The leading scorers for Stillwater are number 8, Lane Powers with 2 goals. Number 11, Luke Jarvis also with 2 goals. Number 14, Mikey Beldy with a goal and an assist. And number 16, team then with a pair of helpers. Love the face-off to the right of Reinhardt taking the draw is number 14, Ricky Rogers for Warroad. He was named player of the game last night after a goal and assist. And according to his coach, he was everywhere for us in that win over a very talented Centennial team. Ponies on their way out get hung up near the blue line. Don't know if the puck caught a patch of soft ice there. But in any case, it's Warroad going to work down below the dot. Centering try. Puck never got to Rogers. Stillwater failed to clear. Big toe save by Reinhardt. And Warroad trying another shot. That deflects off a stick into the black netting and falls over the glass. Well, so far, in 2 minutes of play here, it's been all Warroad. An interesting note today as we get into the quarterfinals, 3 of the quarterfinals, 8 participating teams had to play a play-in game. So the way the bracket is set up, there are top 8 seeds who get a bye into the Sweet 16, and then 16 other teams are ranked from 9 to 24, and they try to battle their way into the black bracket. It's a long shot, and we've got offsides against Stillwater. As I was saying, 5 seeded teams have moved on to the quarterfinal round. 3 teams are looking to play Cinderella today: Warroad, Hermantown, and Briar Lake. Buck down outside the Warroad zone. A little miscommunication there by Warroad after the face-off. Puck bouncing around, and they're finally scooped up and carried ahead. Excellent hustle there by Stillwater's Casey Scusa to bump a Warroad player off the puck. Now skating ahead is Stillwater's Jonah Johnson. He can really fly when he gets going, but it's poked away nicely by Ryan Lee, one of the starting defenders for this Warroad team. It's a shot from the point, gloved and held onto by Finn Hansen, as Avon Hontvet lets Stillwater's Casey Scusa to stay away from my goalie. Further addressing the brackets, 3 non-metro teams will be participating. Moorhead, Warroad, and Hermantown, along with 5 metro associations. So a nice mix of geography, talent, and super fun uniform colors in our quarterfinal round. Right now, Moorhead taking on Matamidi in the other quarterfinal. Eventually, we'll get a score update from the Shields rink. I think Justin's about to do that for me now. Senior executive producer Justin Moss, vice president of content, and just an all-around great guy. Moorhead handily defeating Matamidi. I shouldn't say defeating, because defeating is not a present verb. Is that the term? Moorhead with a 3-0 lead over Matamidi. We'll try this face-off all over again. Joseph Howe taking the draw in the offensive zone for the Ponies. Puck is down, and Howe locked up with the Warroad center, and finally it comes out to the blue line. Batted about a couple of times, and eventually dumped in by Powers, dumped right back by Warroad. Off the boards and streaking down the left side is Anderson. Anderson shooting, big save by Reinhardt. The rebound swept away by Schilling. Schilling cannot clear. Warroad will dump the puck right back into the Stillwater end. Carey couldn't get there, so it's cleared into the neutral zone. Hontvet taps it on his backhand. It gets to Anderson. Anderson tosses it into the middle, nobody home. A long pass caught by Powers. Powers has a 3-on-2 if he hurries. Powers into the middle. A knuckling puck, bobbled, mishandled. And now Ryan Lee will settle her down and look for some open ice. A long pass from Lee looking for Carey. Goes off Carey's skate, and the Ponies will come right back to it. Eli Schilling stops, tosses it up to Kieran Jones. Jones shoot, block shot there for Mr. Roderick Q. Jackson. Here's Jarvis, Luca Jarvis on the backhand. That shot flies over the glass into the white netting. We'll have yet another face-off in this Warroad zone. Neither of these teams going to overtime or a shootout yesterday. All 3 wins between the 2 clubs coming in regulation. Can't say the same for Matamidi, playing against Moorhead, as I said before, in the other quarterfinal right now. Matamidi needed a shootout to dispatch a very plucky Fargo Freeze Bantam AA team. Held in at the blue line nicely. Here's a shot from the point, a knuckling puck, stopped nicely by Hansen. There's nobody in front of the Warroad net. If there's a rebound, Stillwater is going to be all alone in front of that Warroad cage. Brian Murphy, the director of U.S. Scouting for Neutral Zone, had some very kind words to say about the Fargo Freeze Bantam AA team. He said they have a lot of jam. Not a lot of jelly, a lot of jam for all our jam fans out there. Somebody stopped me before I mentioned a jam band. The puck is down in the Warroad zone. Back to the action. The pass just a little too hard for Von Fothery to hang on to, so eventually it comes down into the corner. Hontvet on the backhand, and Warroad will fling it into the middle. Here's a chance for Rogers down the right-hand side. Rogers shooting too high. Too high. You know, Warroad doing what Warroad does. Long passes, trying to hit the home run through the neutral zone. Warroad tends to play the same way. Termites to Bantams, and it has certainly paid dividends at the high school level. The Warriors making a trip to last year's Class A state final. Dumped in by the Ponies, who wins the race. There's a shot off goal by Jonah Johnson. That goes wide. Now along the boards, Warroad into the neutral zone again. Backhanded through the air by the Stillwater defense, intercepted by Warroad. Now it's Rogers. Off the wall into the middle, it'll roll into the zone. Batchelor stops, looking. He'll backhand it behind the net, looking for Fothery. Fothery's got space and time. He immediately flings the puck to Scusa. Eventually, Fothery will carry it out over the red, over the blue, drops it off to Johnston. Johnston has it poked away, and Warroad will skate it out in transition. Dumped in from the red line and going after it. That's Maddox Cole. Maddox Cole is in front. The centering pass too high. Nobody could get a stick on it. It's a long pass by the Ponies. That'll get all the way down. Icing waved off. I like it. Let them play. Force them to play that puck. Warroad breaking out. Can't handle it. Dumped right back in by Ryder Wiley. Wiley, the younger brother of Cooper Wiley, who spent the bulk of his high school career manning the blue line for the varsity Ponies. Here's a shot on goal. Big save by Hansen. Big rebound, too. Expertly played into the corner by Wiley on the hop. And Warroad trying anything to clear the zone. Here's a shot from the blue line. It hits Finn Hansen in the face. I swear, Finn Hansen takes more pucks to the face than any other goaltender that I've ever seen. Chasing after it. Rolls into the neutral zone, skirting away from the Stillwater defense. Grills regroups, tosses it up to Powers. Powers retreats into the neutral zone, flings it over to Howe. Howe loses the handle. Roderick Jackson somehow got it to Anderson. Anderson looking for Cale Carey on the right side. That puck intercepted. Now here's a chance for Powers. Powers, he's got Howe in the middle. Couldn't get the puck over to him, so they'll regroup near the blue line. Powers spinning away from trouble, backhands it. A backhand shot now. It's enveloped and hung on to by Hansen, and Warroad and Stillwater with the fisticuffs early in this first period. 8:17 to go in the opening frame. The face-off in the Warroad end. Stillwater going for a full-on personnel change. Warroad will send out its third defender. It looks like the red, white, and blue have 3 defensemen on the roster. Warroad's never been known for carrying a ton of skaters on their top team. They simply don't have the option. Finn Hansen going over some equipment changes with the referee. The referee is smiling. That's always a good sign. Just in case he gets hit in the face again, though, Finn, we do have an EMT in the penalty box. Puck is down. Anderson wins the draw. Dangerous pass through the Warroad zone. Fortunately for the Warriors, kissed by Lady Luck early, and Anderson will carry it ahead. Anderson drops it off to Jackson. Jackson shooting right into the chest of Reinhardt, who hangs on. Reinhardt and Matthew Fox providing far more of a 1A, 1B goaltending tandem for Stillwater instead of an established starter and established backup. Both goaltenders had excellent Bantam Elite League performances during the summer. We'll try this face-off all over again. Anderson for Warroad, Jarvis for Stillwater. Luka Jarvis, another name to keep in mind as he progresses throughout his career. One of the most purely skilled players in this very, very talented battle for the Blue Ox. Carey in front looking for Jackson. He was poked away by a Stillwater defender, and now the Ponies. Oh, what a play there by the Warroad defense to stop the transition play. They'll try it all over again. Here's Jarvis. Jarvis at the dot, slides it in front. Looking for Beldy. Beldy couldn't hang on to the puck. Now Carey. Carey has it knocked away. Jarvis. Jarvis along the blue line. Dances around Hontvet, but the long reach of Avon Hontvet poked it away. Stillwater still got a shot off. Blocker saved by Hansen. Jarvis got going too fast for his own good. Bobbled the puck. Will come into the neutral zone, dumped right back in by Stillwater. Warroad wraps it all the way around, and somehow they'll break it out. Boy, I thought they had that puck pinned along the wall. Here's Carey. Carey down the right side, has it poked away, and Jarvis has got room to roam. Going down the left side at the red line. Big hit on the back check by Warroad. Everybody on side, and Warroad will go to work down low in the zone, pressuring the Stillwater defense. Didn't work. Jarvis still on the ice. He is very gassed right now. He should probably hop off. Looks like we're going to have a holding call. I believe that'll be Jarvis, who is tangled up with a Warroad player. They both went down. It's one of those penalties where exhaustion plays a role. Luca saying, what did I do? Well, Luca, he kind of hauled him down at the blue line. So it'll be a power play for Warroad. They'll send out ostensibly 5 of their top players: Anderson, Carey, Rogers, Lee. My eyes are failing me. I believe the other defender is Parker Mose. Nope, no, it's not. Schreiner, Wesley Schreiner. There we go. Warroad setting up. Schreiner at the blue line, working his way down, drops it off to Carey. Carey tries to get it lower, but the pass not hard enough to outrace the Stillwater defender. And the puck pinned up against the wall. The Ponies content to chew more clock off the board. Tomahawks back into the end and cleared into the neutral zone. Warroad will regroup. Schreiner looking for an option, tosses it over to Lee. Lee along the blue line, fans on the pass. And Ricky Rogers right there to scoop it up. Rogers tries a move, that's poked away. Anderson tries another move, that's poked away. And here come the Ponies on the shorthanded try. Scoos, a long shot knocked down by Hansen. Didn't cover up, so play will resume. 1 minute to go in the Jarvis penalty of 5:35 to go in the first period. Schreiner trying to slow things down for Warroad. It's poked away, and here's the best chance of the game so far. Jonah Johnston in for Stillwater at the hash mark. Shooting and a big blocker, saved by Hansen. Finn Hansen coming up huge for Warroad here, shorthanded. The skating ahead is Rogers again. Somehow gets a shot off, easily sticked away by Reinhardt. Anderson on the half wall, trying to set up the cycle, but nobody down there to help out as Carey gets pinned up along the boards. Here's another chance, and Johnston will smartly head for the bench instead of chasing after the puck. Rogers, the second man in, bumps the Pony into the boards. And Stillwater's Eli Schilling still holding the puck along the plastic. And that should do it for the Jarvis penalty. The Ponies are officially back to full strength with 4:39 to go in the first period. Stillwater waiting off the wall. Honfitz steps down. And the puck ends up back on the stick of Lane Powers. He'll dazzle you. Here comes Powers. Skirts around a defender. He's at the goal line. Powers tries a shot. Hansen strong on the post. A couple of players all the way down. And the whistle definitely went before the puck went over. You know, I give Powers a lot of credit, though. He's going to celebrate anyway. Good for you, Lane. Celebrate life. And the Ponies will take another penalty. That's roughing. It's going to be on Eli Schilling. I believe Schilling, if we had instant replay, we'd dial it up right now. But I believe Schilling was the player who kind of body slammed into the pile of skaters near the Warroad net. And their score right now, 4-1, Moorhead on the other rink. The Spuds handling Matamida after a minor costume change for Moorhead, coming out in their all-black uniforms. I don't know where they got that idea. As the top seed, Moorhead should be wearing orange or white throughout the bracket should they continue at the top. The puck is down. Warroad back on the power play just as they got out of that Jarvis penalty. That's dumped in. That'll be icing. We'll have the face-off down in the Stillwater end. The power play unit right now for Warroad at Roderick Q, Jackson, Parker Mose, Casey Hendrickson, Avon Hontvet, and Wesley Schreiner. Jackson will take the face-off, tries to tap it to himself off the draw. And it was won and hung onto by Howe. Howe's got a 2-on-1 with Powers if they hurry. Howe to Powers, and the back-checking job by Parker Mose foils a scoring chance for Stillwater. 3:50 to go in the first period, 1:32 to go in the Warroad power play. We will not have a resurface after the first period. We will have one after the second period, just in case you were thinking about wandering off at the period break. Schreiner goes down, no call, thought there might have been a hook there. Powers walks out, he shoots, it goes wide. Aggressive play by Hansen, forced Powers to make a decision faster than he wanted to. Stillwater will go D to D short-handed, they'll go D to D again. As Jarvis gives it right back to Novotny. Novotny, his clearance attempt is intercepted by Rogers, and Rogers carrying the puck had it poked away by Jarvis, but it ends up back on the stick of Ryan Lee, who forces it ahead. The pass off the board goes to Jarvis. 1-on-4, Luka Jarvis will launch a shot, blocker save. Comes to the boards. Mikey Beldy faked a shot and lost the handle. Long pass, gets through everybody, no icing, it hit too many sticks. Going into the corner, a Pony and a Warroad player going shoulder to shoulder. Now Schreiner off the boards to Anderson. Anderson plays it down low to Carey to Anderson. Anderson back to Schreiner. Schreiner bobbles it. He tied up Jarvis. Could have been an interference call there. No whistle. Now Rogers with a nifty kick to himself. Gets it up to Anderson. Anderson carries it into the zone and expertly volleyed back into the neutral zone. Now Carey along the boards. Jarvis taps it ahead. Lee. Didn't look all that graceful, but Ryan Lee getting the puck into the zone before it was quickly taken back by Stillwater. Nobody supporting the puck on Warroad's power play. Stillwater officially back to full strength. Lee's pass out of the reach of virtually everybody in a blue uniform ends up on the stick of a Pony. Here's McGlynn. McGlynn throws it across looking for Beldy. Beldy didn't know it was coming. There's a long shot. Somehow goes wide. Fothery pinches down, tries a shot. He whiffed on it, so it'll end up in the corner. Honvet across. Aggressive play by Tate Batchelor, stepping down, stick lifting. Warroad's Aiden Wiegand stealing the puck. That'll maintain offensive zone presence for Stillwater up to the blue line. For eventually Avon Honvet dekes his way into the neutral zone and then loses the handle. He'll have to get back on D. The pass intercepted by Maddox Cole. Cole dumps it in. A long pass for Stillwater. Lost in the skates. Tournament director, and I don't know what your other title is, Jossie, but Jossie Cookson letting us know that the puck is stuck in a player's skate. I suppose we should listen to the All-State pick and former Wisconsin Badger. And a Miss Hockey finalist too. Were you a Miss Hockey finalist? And she was. Jossie nodding emphatically that she was a Miss Hockey finalist. Obviously giving her the best hockey resume of anyone who has ever worked for Youth Hockey Hub. The puck intercepted, skating in. Stillwater's got a chance. Ooh, a late poke check by Schreiner ends the breakaway attempt. Dumped in by Warroad, stopped behind the net by Reinhardt. Reinhardt bobbling the puck now below the goal line. Eventually the puck ends up on the stick of Liam McGlynn. His centering try goes off the skate of a Warroad player as a backhand try. A sliding Stillwater defender blocks that. Jackson on the backhand plays it down below the goal line. Another centering try. Warroad's Parker Mose too low. Really create an offensive chance. In transition, Stillwater. Jonah Johnston running over defenders. Johnston again, there goes the horn. So through one full period of play, our score, Stillwater 0, Warroad 0. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's.
Welcome back, folks. Bushy Ring here at the Cullen Hockey Center, Moorhead, Minnesota. Our second period, Stillwater and Warroad underway. Again, Warroad wearing red, white, and blue, which is a far cry from the black and gold of the Warrior High School program. Stillwater wearing all white with red and black trim. 0-0 after the first period. I don't have an accurate shot count for you. Our man in the penalty box, Brad Soderberg, probably does. There's another shot that goes too high. Into the neutral zone, Powers going after it. Powers will carry it himself, head up all the way, skating like Eric Dickerson used to run with a football. The head stays the same the whole time. Carrying is Wiley. Wiley gets to the red line, dumps it in, and everybody goes for a line change. Wiley looking around like, hey guys, you were supposed to go after that. Long pass by Warroad that hops a couple of skates. We're going to wave off icing. Apparently it was tipped. I didn't see it get tipped, and apparently neither did the Stillwater coaches. Uh-oh, Warroad skater goes down. Wesley Schreiner lost an edge. Battling along is Mikey Beldy. Beldy lost the handle, so it'll end up with Jarvis. Jarvis at the top of the circle. Luka Jarvis needs no greater invitation to shoot the puck. It's gloved and held onto by Finn Hansen. Both five-player lineups will stay around for the face-off. Luka Jarvis taking the draw for Stillwater up against Ricky Rogers from Warroad. Out of the blue line, Novotny plays it down to Jarvis. Jarvis centering, try! And Schreiner managed to knock down Teague McGlynn. McGlynn, if he would have caught that and fired, we might be looking at a 1-0 Stillwater score. There's a chance for Rogers. Rogers avoids the body check, gets a shot off, and it's knocked into the corner by Reinhardt. Boy, the motor on Ricky Rogers never seems to stop, does it? Honfett flings it back across the ice. Rogers going after it. Novotny backhands it to McGlynn. Thankfully, McGlynn came back to the puck. Centering try. Rebound in front. Went off the paddle of Reinhardt and trickles all the way out into the neutral zone after a Warroad defender went off for a line change. Kieran Jones. Jones wraps it back around. Novotny going after it. A Warroad skater going for a body check ends up falling down himself, and Stillwater will break it out. Here's Beldy. Beldy dances around a defender. Beldy is in. Couldn't get enough on it. McGlynn on the backhand. McGlynn at the blue line. McGlynn winding, firing right into the breadbasket of Finn Hansen. Hansen hangs on. And Hansen will take his helmet off again, and he'll do a little surgery on his equipment. You know, if I had to guess, I would say Finn Hansen was a real Lego child growing up with the way he likes to fiddle. The face-off in the Warroad end, Jonah Johnston will take the draw for Stillwater, a referee directing traffic. The puck is down, and Anderson wins the draw for Warroad. He tries to spring Jackson on a flyaway pass, but it flew too far from the nest. Puck hung up on the blue line. Several players going after it. Through two periods, I believe the score over on the other rink was 4-1 Moorhead over Matamita, so it appears that the Spuds, everything stays the same, will advance to their third consecutive Blue Ox semifinal. The Spuds back-to-back defending champions here on their home ice. A lot to like about this year's Moorhead team, although it looks very, very different. There's no Zach Zimmerman and Titan Bergeson. running the offense. Now they're relying on new pieces, a nice mix of 08, 09, and 2010 birth years on that Moorhead squad, and certainly plenty of Cullens. Johnson wins the faceoff for Stillwater. It's dumped in behind the Warroad net. Honfet banks it off the wall, and Stillwater is going to take its third penalty of the day. That'll be Tate Batchelor. 2 minutes for interference. Batchelor got there just a second too early and managed to knock down the Warroad skater and preclude him from getting the puck. I have no idea if preclude is the right word in that sentence. Justin, is preclude the right word in that sentence? You weren't listening? Okay. I appreciate your honesty. 11:34 to go in the second period. 2 minutes on the penalty clock, and Warroad will go to work with the man advantage. Rogers wins the draw. It ends up with Honfet. Honfet, no stranger to shooting the puck. It's high. It's snatched out of the air by Reinhardt, and he will hang on. Rogers once again wins it to Honfet. Honfet's got space, and he'll shoot it again. That one wide. Off the boards, live boards, almost working like a centering pass. Cale Carey couldn't get a stick on it. Now Stillwater trying to create something shorthanded yet again. Lee held it in momentarily, and then Lee comes out of nowhere. It looked like it could have been a bit of a dangerous hit there on Joseph Howe. Rogers now up to Lee. Boy, this hyper-aggressive Stillwater penalty kill causing all sorts of problems for Warroad. They're unable to set anything up. Powers pulls the puck away from Lee. Powers will work it in himself. Powers at the blue line. He'll retreat into the neutral zone. And Stillwater will continue killing the clock. The Moorhead Spuds working their way back to the Shields rink for the third period of that quarterfinal game. We'll have 2 more quarterfinals for you this afternoon. So long shot stopped by Hansen. Don't know if Hansen knew where the puck was, but no matter, it's cleared out. Long pass by Jackson to Carey. Carey shooting, toe save by Reinhardt. Honfet dumps it back down to Carey. Carey looking. Carey to Honfet. Honfet back to Carey. Carey wanted to give it to Schreiner, couldn't get the puck all the way across. He opted to give it to Rogers. Rogers along the goal line, pushes it ahead. He'll settle it down after the puck was rolling around. Rogers to Honfet. Honfet, his pass intercepted. Dumped in by Stillwater. 10 seconds to go in the penalty. I believe that'll do it for the power play. So Warroad 0 for 3 on the power play today, while Stillwater's penalty kill a perfect 3 for 3. Rogers, his pass goes off the board of Jackson. Jackson slides it to Anderson. Anderson, nice move to hop around a Stillwater skater. He'll carry it down the right-hand side. Gavin Anderson all by his lonesome in the corner. Excellent play by Anderson to hold off the Dogs so that they could get a line change. A little stop and go move there by Warroad to no avail. It's taken by Jarvis. Jarvis chips it ahead to McGlynn. McGlynn lost the handle. It ends up with Jarvis again. Here is Jarvis into the middle. Jarvis shooting too high. Ryan Lee's stick goes flying as Luka Jarvis climbs the ladder with that shot. 8:50 to go in the second period. Boy, we have been treated to some fantastic breakneck pace hockey in this game. What a fast. Couldn't think of another adjective for game. Contest, match, tilt, battle. And the face-off at center ice. Grayson Bento taking the draw for Warroad, going up against Jonah Johnson of Stillwater. Johnson kind of sort of wins the draw. In any case, it'll be pony possession after the face-off. Johnston beats Rogers down to the puck below the goal line. Johnston Off the wall, now to the blue line. That's Batchelor. Batchelor working his way back in. Somebody's got to cover that blue line. Batchelor turns and fires. Hansen with the save. Nice job by Honfett to tie up the Stillwater player who was in front of the Warroad net. Johnson chasing after it. Now it's taken away. Here we go. Bento carrying it ahead, quickly overtaken by a Stillwater defender and forced to dump the puck in. Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, it looks like Ricky Rogers is pulling double duty right now, playing forward and defense. Rogers paired with Honfett at the moment. Johnston tied up with Rogers, no call. Holding could have been the call against Rogers. Stillwater becoming ever more frustrated with the way the game has been officiated thus far. Hansen will take a knee. Can't tell if he's tired or if he just likes the view from under the crossbar. Joseph Howe will take the face-off for Stillwater. The referee once again moving pieces around the face-off board. Jackson gets it to Carey. Carey down the right side. Carey cutting in front. He shoots. Bobbling puck. It's still loose. And Reinhardt eventually covers. Wow. One of the best scoring chances of the game so far ends up in the webbing of Leighton Reinhardt's glove. Face off to the left of Reinhardt. Howe wins the draw again. Ace face-off man for Stillwater. Here come the Ponies 3-on-2. If they hurry, coming down the right-hand side, sliding it across. Ryan Lee ties up Joseph Howe, so the puck skitters into the corner. Jackson going after it. Anderson going after it. It ends up on the stick of Lane Powers. Powers gets around Lee, stops on a dime. He's still below the Warroad goal line. Working his way out. He throws up his hand trying to get a penalty call. He looked like a wide receiver looking for pass interference. Cale Carey will skate it ahead. The third period continues on the Shields rink. Moorhead has extended its lead over Matamidi to 5-1. One more goal, and that game is looking at running time. The dreaded Schreiner from the top. He shoots just wide. Reinhardt gets over to the side. There's another shot on goal by Rogers. Rogers didn't get as much of it as he wanted to. Rogers works his way off from the half wall, taps it ahead. Carey's in front. Carey now knocked down by a Stillwater defender. Rogers tries a shot from behind the net almost. Now Stillwater will carry. That's Schilling. Schilling met at the blue line. Possession arrow went back to Warroad momentarily, and then it's dumped back in by Stillwater after the Ponies stole the biscuit back. There's a shot on goal, too high, too wide. Now McGlynn taps it around a defender. The centering try gets under the stick of Jarvis, no shot. Honfett being pressured, doesn't matter because he can clear the puck harder than just about everybody else. The puck's starting to die on the snow in front of the benches right now. It means we're due for a Zamboni ride. Parker Mose will dump the puck in, going after it. Kieran Jones. Jones off the wall, bodies flying, and we've got a hand pass. Line her up, and we'll go for it again. After the hand pass, the face-off just outside the Stillwater zone. Ponies maintain possession off the draw. Cutting in is Batchelor. Batchelor goes down, sandwiched between a pair of Warroad skaters. Shot on goal, stopped and held onto by Finn Hansen. So we'll have the face-off in the Warroad zone. 5:17 to go. In the second period, starting to get a little chilly up here on the observation deck of the Bushy rink. That means it's time for mittens. Grayson Bento took the face-off for Warroad there, managed to tie up the Stillwater center, but the Ponies still managed to get the puck deeper into the zone. Centering try on the backhand, it trickles wide. Teague McGlynn working his way out from behind the Warroad net, throws it up to the blue line. That's Batchelor. Batchelor dumps it down below the dots. The players tied up. Here comes Warroad. Maddox Cole with Aiden Wiegand. Cole going after it, slams on the brakes, gets bumped into the wall. Wiegand goes 1-on-2, manages to wrap the puck far enough around. Stillwater had it momentarily, dumped it in the neutral zone. It ended up on the stick of Ricky Rogers, who has officially moved to defense. Rogers dumps it in. Now Stillwater in transition. Luca Jarvis. Jarvis on Rogers. Jarvis shooting, goes off the side of the net. Boy, the release of Luca Jarvis, lightning quick. Fathery fends off a Warroad attacker, plays it off the wall. Now here's a chance for Stillwater into the middle, chipped back into the neutral zone if they go, and not fast enough for Roderick Jackson. Gavin Anderson and Tate Batchelor both reaching for the puck. Another nice poke check by Cale Carey. Suppose you could call it homecoming weekend for Cale Carey. Cale spent the bulk of his life in the Moorhead Youth Association, skating for Warroad, doing an admirable job of it as well. Here's Jackson. Jackson at the top of the circle. He shoots Reinhardt, and he might have closed his eyes on that one and prayed as Reinhardt deflects it over the net. Into the middle, headman pass to Johnston. Johnston lost the handle, so that chance is extinguished. Big hit by a Stillwater player, and it looks like Stillwater is going to go on the power play. There's Casey Scusa. Made the initial hit and then drew the penalty. He receives a rounding ovation of Scusi. If memory serves, Casey Scusa, the younger brother of O'Reilly Scusa, another ultra-talented player to come out of the Stillwater Association. Even Honfett and Jonah Johnston making acquaintances on the far side of the ice. So Stillwater will go on the power play. The power play unit for the Ponies: Teague McGlynn, Luca Jarvis, Jonah Johnston, Weston Grills, and Tate Batchelor. Here's Jarvis. Jarvis goes around his own man, peels back, decides he doesn't like what he saw. Gives it to Batchelor. Batchelor plays it down to Johnston. Johnston looking for an option. Tries to give it back to Batchelor. The pass too far out of reach. We'll try this all over again. Jarvis all the way across to McGlynn. McGlynn gives it back to Jarvis. Now to Batchelor. Batchelor shooting. Rebound in front. They can't get a stick on it. Johnston's second shot stopped by Hansen. Another centering try. The puck is still loose. It goes through the crease. And there's a whistle. Stillwater coming inches away from going 1-0 late in the second period in a game that is becoming increasingly close. Have another face-off in the Warroad end. Jarvis wins the draw to Batchelor. Batchelor over to Grills. Grills back to Batchelor. Stillwater leaving their top power play unit on the ice, knowing that this game could come down to a single goal. One puck played into the Stillwater end. Gavin Anderson applying pressure for Warroad on the penalty kill. 45 seconds to go in the penalty to Cale Carey. 45 seconds to go in the Stillwater power play. Jarvis at the blue line shoots right in the shin pads of Ryan Lee. Jonah Johnston in the corner. He gives it back to Batchelor. Batchelor works his way to the top of the umbrella, gives it back to Jarvis. Long pass in front. Oh, the shot goes wide. Weston Grills right there at nothing but net to shoot at. Bachelor back to Jarvis. Jarvis hesitates, shoots it, goes too high. Doesn't matter if it goes 100 miles an hour if it's too high. Jarvis with the puck again. Jarvis waiting, peels back into the middle, gives it to Bachelor. Bachelor fans on the shot. Boy, some serious battle going on. And that's going to be a penalty on Stillwater. What are you doing? I apologize. That was a little reactionary, but that's an easy call. The Warroad defender lost his stick, and Teague McGlynn, in full view of the referee, simply whacks the stick out of the way. I mean, that's a penalty every time. So Warroad will enjoy a minute 58 of power play time with 1:11 to go in the second period. Face-off in the Stillwater end. Ricky Rogers moving back to forward. He'll take the face-off. Rogers, Hontvet, Schreiner, the ever-present power play man. Jackson. Those are the four out there right now. Carey will join as Warroad goes on the power play. Hontvet down to Jackson. You'll hear that about a million more times as those two roll into the Warroad High School program. Hontvet to Jackson. Jackson to Hontvet. Jackson looking right at Hontvet. Gosh, wouldn't have that been cool if I would have called that. Schreiner at the blue line gives it back to Jackson. Jackson along the hash mark. He drops it down to Carey. Carey's got Rogers. He uses him as the outlet. Rogers backhands it to Jackson, just out of reach for Jackson, who somehow gets it to Schreiner. Schreiner backed away and tried to dump it in. Warroad will hold the zone. Nice play by Hontvet. Rogers is all alone on the power play. Somebody else get in there and help from Warroad. Finally, Carey moves over and helps peel the puck out of the skates. Rogers to Hontvet. Hontvet waits and then shoots it right into the foot of Joseph Howe. Somebody get Howe an ice pack, please and thank you. 10 seconds to go in the second period. Warroad still trying to get a clean shot away on this power play. 5 seconds to go. Carey to Jackson. Jackson, they're not going to get a shot off. They do get a shot off, but it never made it to the net. Blocked by a body, and even Hontvet wants that one back. So through 2 periods of play, we've got a real dandy going on here in Moorhead. Our score, Stillwater 0, Warroad 0. Over on the other rink in the other quarterfinal, Moorhead leading Matamidi 5-1. When we come back, Warroad will have 48 seconds of power play time in the third period. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Welcome back, folks. Third period underway. Stillwater and Warroad. The game between Moorhead and Matamidi officially over. Moorhead 6-1 over Matamidi, so Moorhead advances to the semi-finals, having outscored their first two. Shooting scores! Cale Carey! Welcome back to Spudtown, Cale. Cale Carey puts Warroad on the board. 19 seconds into the third period, and Cale Carey has put Warroad up 1-0 over Stillwater. A power play goal for Warroad. Boy, right during my opening monologue. How about that? Warroad now leads Stillwater 1-0. We'll see if Warroad can build on that 1-0 lead. Definitely riding the horse of momentum. Carey drops it to Anderson. Anderson back to Carey. Carey chips it to Honvet. Honvet finds and fires. It's tipped just wide. Pinching down is Lee. Lee holding the zone. Novotny plays it around the net. Here's Powers. Powers can't get around Anderson. Anderson centers in front, shooting! Oh, they came within inches. Cale Carey coming so close to his second goal of the opening shift of the third period. Finally, Warroad goes for a change. Right now, the difference is Cale Carey. Even Hotvet looking, whips the puck to Casey Hendrickson. The puck hopped his stick. He's now down below the goal line. Chipped in front, bouncing puck. It's loose. Reinhardt doesn't know where it is. It's still loose, and it's eventually cleared. Slapper from Lee goes just wide. Held into the blue line by Schreiner. Schreiner tries a shot. That was always going wide. Liam McGlynn into the middle, gets it to Johnston. Jonah Johnston and Casey Scusa going 2-on-2. Beautiful move by Johnston, but he played the puck too far ahead and couldn't reach it. Lee now to Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to Lee. Stillwater with a little D-to-D action. Scusa's pass intercepted by Cole. Cole tries a shot, and it goes wide, sticked away from harm's way. Sticked away from harm's way by Reinhardt. Ricky Rogers. Rogers drops it off, carrying it out now. That was Wiegand. Lee pushed into the wall by Scusa. It's played all the way down. That'll be icing on Stillwater, so Warroad has jumped into this third period feet first. 12:30 to go in the final period. The winner of this game will move on to the semi-final, where they will, in fact, they'll play the winner of Wayzata and Prior Lake. Excuse me. Get out of here. I know it's a free stream, but leave me alone. Sorry about that, folks. That was my boss, Tony Scott. I guess he can yell into the microphone if he really wants to. The puck goes off a Warroad stick, so there will be no icing. Honfet corrals the puck, plays it ahead, bounces off a stick. Going after it now full force is Aiden Wiegand. Wiegand lost the race to the puck. Stillwater plays it in the neutral zone. Here comes Warroad with the puck now. Maddox Cole. Cole trying to go behind the Stillwater net, bumps into the wall. Loose puck ends up on the stick of Teague McGlynn. McGinn, here's a chance for Stillwater. Shooting, rebound, Jarvis on the doorstep. It goes wide, held in by Fothery. Fothery to McGlynn. McGlynn turns, fires, going wide. There's a shot on goal from the side. It was Kieran Jones, goes off the side of the net. Fothery to Jarvis. His pass intercepted. Up to Jackson. Jackson whacks it to the Stillwater blue line. It's intercepted and turned right back in by Jarvis. Hansen will play the puck. Lee pushes it ahead. It gets to Jackson. Jackson reverses ice and gets it over to Honfet. Honfet, long pass to Jackson, goes off Jackson's backhand. He's now tied up with Eli Schilling, who pushes the puck into the Warroad end. Gavin Anderson going after it. Now Lee over to Honfet. Honfet trying to carry the puck out, being pressured by Powers. Powers steals the puck, and he'll turn it back up ice for Stillwater. Dumped in from the red line. That'll go into the corner. Lee going after it with Joseph Howe. Howe pushes Lee into the boards. Lee wraps it back around to Jackson. Now into the middle. Here's a chance for Warroad if they hurry. Anderson with a step on his man. Anderson carries it in on the backhand. Oh, he couldn't get a shot off. The puck's still loose. Stillwater doing everything they can to keep the puck out. And finally the whistle blows. Boy, Warroad applying every ounce of possible pressure. Eventually, they're going to produce a diamond. 10-16 to go in the third period, and you just get the feeling that Warroad is so close to getting the all-important second goal against this high-powered Stillwater team. Grayson Bento will take the face-off for Warroad. He moves Ricky Rogers back to the blue line. Rogers has played both forward and defense today for Warroad. All three Warroad players down below the goal line. Nobody up top to get a shot off. Finally comes to the blue line. Bobbled for a moment, then flipped in by Schreiner. Eventually it's in the corner. We're going to get another penalty on Stillwater. The one goal of the game. It's been a power play goal, and now Casey Scusa will sit 2 minutes for interference. And the face-off will come into the Stillwater end. Power play unit for Warroad. Carey, Lee, Jackson, Anderson, Honfet. Anderson wins the draw to Honfet. Honfet gives it right to Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee shooting. Goes into the corner. Lee can't hold the zone. The puck bounces off his glove. Jonah Johnston once again applying pressure. The Stillwater penalty kill. They've had quite a bit of ice time today. This is the 4th Stillwater penalty. It's super aggressive, forcing Warroad to make plays quickly without a ton of forethought. Lee retreating in the neutral zone. He gives it to Honfet. Honfet slowing things down. Gives it back to Lee. Lee all the way up to Carey. Carey backhands it back to Lee. Lee gaining steam through the neutral zone across the red, across the blue. Lee centers to Anderson. His shot goes just wide. Jackson banks it off the wall to Carey. Carey going after it. He runs right into Stillwater penalty killer Liam McGlynn. Here's Honfet. The hash mark tries a shot. Rebound loose in front on the back end. It's still loose. There's a pile up in the crease. It's still loose. Finally, again, the whistle blows, and Reinhardt got a glove on it. Boy, even Honfet trying a wrist shot from the hash mark. Almost below the goal line. It turns into a scoring chance. Face off down. Anderson couldn't win it back for Warroad, so now it ends up on the stick of Batchelor. Batchelor up to Jarvis. Jarvis can't handle it, so Warroad will go right back to work in transition. Carey dumps the puck in. Anderson going after it. It's held in at the line by Schreiner. Knocked out of the air. And here come the Ponies. Here's Batchelor. Batchelor slides it to Jarvis. Jarvis up against the wall, going against 2 Warroad skaters. Time ticking away on that Stillwater penalty. Very dangerous pass. Nearly intercepted by Fothery, who instead simply sticks the stick out and disrupts. Jackson, he'll carry it ahead. 3-on-2 if they hurry for Warroad. Jackson drops it off to Carey. Carey shoots. It goes off the glove of Reinhardt and into the corner. Stillwater officially back to full strength. Puck overplayed by Rogers. Here comes Powers. Powers shooting. It goes off the post and out of play. It's already 7:36. 7:36 to go in the third period. We are halfway home, folks. Warroad leading Stillwater 1-0. Can the Cinderella run for the Warroad boys continue? Already picked up wins over Bismarck and an upset win over Centennial. Puck is down. Here's Powers. Powers tries another shot. Blocker saved by Hansen. And the shot was so hard it goes off Hansen's blocker and all the way into the neutral zone. Retreating now is Stillwater. Powers can't hang on to it. A nice play there by Warroad's Parker Mose to take the body and bump a Stillwater player away from the puck. The pass nearly intercepted. Here comes Stillwater, 3-on-2. If they hurry, Powers going to the net. Jarvis with the puck. Drops it for Powers. It goes off his skate. Couldn't get a stick on it. Cleared back into the neutral zone by Warroad. Regrouping now are the Ponies. A long pass up to Jarvis. Jarvis sent it ahead. He was looking for Mikey Beldy. The puck hops Beldy's stick. And dumped in from the red line. Warroad go for a full personnel change. You have to imagine that Warroad will be emphasizing short shifts for its forwards and D-men. Jarvis tries a shot, goes right into Schreiner's pads. Jarvis tries a backhand try that goes off the side of the net, tickling the twine, but not over the line. On the dot, there's a shot, big save by Hansen. Wiegand manages to shove the puck across the line. They'll have to regroup. Going after it now is Bento. Bento is turned away. Here's Powers. Powers shooting, glove save, and held onto by Finn Hansen. So 6:13 to go in the third period. Warroad still nursing that 1-0 lead. At this point of the game, depth becomes a factor. Stillwater with all those bodies on the bench. Let's see how fresh they are in the final 6 minutes. And McGlynn stick lifted. And now Warroad able to clear. Anderson carry. And Jackson, the forward line right now. A long pass to McGlynn. McGlynn has it poked away, and here comes Warroad. Anderson tried to get it to Carey. Intercepted. Turned up by Wiley. The puck comes over to Grills. Grills tries a shot right into a shin pad. Grills throws it over to Batchelor. Batchelor's dump in attempt intercepted and played out. Cale Carey's going to go after it. We've got an icing call. So the faceoff all the way back down in the Stillwater zone. Warroad is going to call timeout with 5:12 to go in the third period. I can't tell if this timeout is geared toward resting a handful of players or if they're going to talk strategy or what. But Stillwater's coaches already have the board out and they're diagramming, crisscrossing, diagonal, acute triangle, obtuse triangle, scalene triangle. As I said, 5:12 to go in the third period. The winner of this team will play the winner of Wayzata and Prior Lake. And for now, the other quarterfinal that should be just getting underway right now is going to be Minnetonka and Hermantown. Hermantown coming out of the play-in round with a pair of spectacular victories. They'll take on the Skippers. timeout has concluded. The face-off will be in the Warroad end to the right of Finn Hansen. He's had a fantastic game for the red, white, and blue. Jonah Johnston taking the offensive zone face-off, going up against Ricky Rogers. And puck went down and then didn't move as nobody could get a solid handle on it. Skuza dropping down. And it's Casey Hendrickson who ends up getting it into the neutral zone for Warroad. Dumped right back in by Stillwater. Huntvet cannot clear Huntvet. He'll try that all over again. Warroad seems to be content to simply clear the zone every time, not exactly looking to operate inside their structured breakout. Rogers sweeps it across looking for Huntvet. It's intercepted by Skuza. Skuza sends it ahead to Liam McGlynn. There's a shot that goes high and it goes wide. Here's Johnston. Johnson across and they score! We got a tie ball game! Tate Batchelor on the backhand. We are knotted up at 1-1. Well, I have to give Jocelyn Cookson credit. She said at one point that she thought Tate Batchelor would be the key for Stillwater after that first period, and well, she turned out to be correct. Batchelor has evened the score. And it's going to be a rock and roll 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. Jarvis off his stick into the corner. Lee loses his footing. They're going to call Jarvis for I have no words for what just happened. Ryan Lee lost his footing, went one way. Jarvis took the puck and went the other. And while Jarvis had the puck, he was called for hooking. Well, we might have we'll see what happens. We got a power play for Warroad. The power play has been friendly to Warroad so far. That's where the lone goal came from. We've got an icing on Stillwater. And if Warroad scores on this power play and the goal stands up, we may have a riot on our hands. Might have a ride on our hands anyway. This is going really well. We have the face-off in the Warroad zone. Powers is going to take the draw. Warroad hasn't sent a man to the face-off dot yet. Powers will take the face-off. We've got Rogers in the circle. Powers wins the draw forward. Honfed shoved into the boards, and we will continue with the Warroad power play. Long pass goes off the stick of Jackson. Rotating back in the Stillwater zone is Novotny. Novotny up to Powers. Rogers lost it in his skates. It's chipped ahead. We'll end up on the stick of Hontvet. Hontvet to Rogers. Rogers with a move, loses it in the skates of Mikey Beldy. Now to Hontvet. Hontvet winds, fires, rebound in front. Another big save by Reinhardt, and another save by Reinhardt, and another save by Reinhardt. Unable to get a glove on it. Play will continue. Rogers to Carey. Carey down below the goal line looking for an option. He's got no help on the power play. And eventually Stillwater will clear. It's going to go on net, so no icing. Hansen will cover after the pressure by Powers. 3:07 to go in the third period, 1 minute to go in the Warroad power play. And we have got a real roller coaster on our hands. Excuse me. Huntvet surveying the scene. He'll carry it himself. He threw it ahead. I don't know if he understood just how much room he did not have on that play. Huntvet quickly back checking. Overtakes. Who was that? Joseph Howe. Knocking the puck away. Whiff pass. Here's a chance for Warroad, possibly forcing a turnover on this power play. 25 seconds to go in the Warroad man advantage. Rolling along the boards. Let's see if they pinch. They do pinch. It's going to be a 2-on-1 for Stillwater. Howe, he'll shoot it. It goes off Hansen's blocker and into the white netting. 2:21 to go in the third period. 14 seconds to go in the Warroad power play. Jonah Johnson will take the draw in the offensive zone on the penalty kill. You don't see this too often. As Anderson wins it to Rogers. Rogers fans on the dump out attempt. Now Johnston in the corner. He loses it, and here comes Warroad in transition as they so often are. Carey splits the D but lost the handle. Boy, Cale Carey is playing as if he's got rocket launchers attached to his skates. In front, centering. Here's a try for Warroad. Shooting. It's up in the air. Where is it? It's in. They're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off. That is the correct call. Stick too high. Too high. Too high. Too high. Oh, way too high. That was out of the air. That was over his head. I admire the, trust me, I admire the effort, but that was high. Face-off will come all the way down to the Warroad end. And even the Warroad coach is nodding along. That would have been too good to be true. And oh, thank God they waved that off. If that had been allowed to stand, we might have slunk out of Moorhead in the dark of night. 1:56 to go in the third period. We're officially back to 5-on-5 hockey. Jarvis in the face-off circle going up against Anderson. Jarvis wins the draw to Fothery. Fothery snaps it back down to Powers. Powers can hang on to it. The puck kind of in midair. Tough to catch for anybody. Jarvis to Powers. Comes back to Fothery. There's a shot. Goes off Jarvis's stick. And wide. Stopped at the blue line. Dumped back into Powers. Powers and Lee going after it. Fished out of the skates by Jarvis. Jarvis still working almost alone back there down below the goal line. He's held in. Momentarily, Rogers wraps it around again. Going after it is Anderson. 1:18 to go in the third period. Long shot tipped just wide. There's another shot on goal. That hits the side of the net and goes dung. Lee will eventually clear. It's tipped, so no icing. Reinhardt will play the puck down below the goal line. A Mario Party style line change for Warroad. Schreiner to Huntvet, and Huntvet says, get this thing away from me, and sends it as hard as he can to the opposite side of the ice. Under a minute to play, 45 seconds, a nice stick lift. Uh-oh, here's a shot on goal, knocked away by Hansen. Huntvet going after Stillwater skater, working his way out of the corner. There's a shot on goal by McGlynn, that goes wide. Stillwater having a tough time hitting the net in all three periods. 30 seconds to go, Huntvet dumps it in on net, which is, why not? Up below the goal line, it's going to sneak out as Huntvet was going for a change. He dropped it off to Jarvis. Here's Jarvis. Jarvis runs into Huntvet. Huntvet and Jarvis goes down. And a penalty will be called. I believe it's going to go against Warroad's Avon Huntvet, and I believe it's going to be for holding. So 10 seconds to go in the third period. If we go to overtime, it will be running time, and no team in this tournament knows how to game the running time system better than Warroad. And when I say gaming the system, I mean doing so legally, dumping the puck, letting the clock run, not worrying about the icing because the clock is still going. So you know what? More power to you if you understand how to play running time overtime. So Honvet, arguably Warroad's top defender, will be on the bench for the foreseeable future. Oh my goodness, with 5 seconds to go, here comes Carey. Oh, what a storybook ending that would have been if Cale Carey had scored. The buzzer goes. We are through 3 periods, and we are essentially right back where we started, tied at 1-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with overtime in 60 seconds.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity.
4 minutes on the board, running time, overtime, and as we know from experience, in the third period, Stillwater is on the power play, so it'll be 4-on-3 Stillwater, and then when the penalty ends, we'll go 4-on-4 for as long as it takes to get a whistle. Jarvis loses the handle. Here's Ricky Rogers. Ricky Rogers going 1-on-2. He doesn't care if he's on the penalty kill. He's going to give her a shot anyway. Rogers puts on the brakes, tries to kick the puck to himself. He's quickly enveloped by a handful of Stillwater skaters. Jarvis will skate it out. He's got Powers with him. Jarvis over the blue line, puts on the brakes. He'll wait for everybody to get set up and gives it to McGlynn on the blue line. McGlynn all the way across back to Jarvis on the one-timer, goes just wide. Batchelor shooting, that's tipped wide. Batchelor's got the goal for Stillwater, and he's got the puck now over to Jarvis. Jarvis tries to tap it around Lee. It doesn't work out. So Cale Carey's got the goal for Warroad. Batchelor has the goal for Stillwater. Ricky Rogers is going to give it another try. God, he is so tired. Ricky Rogers is going to hustle off as fast as he can, and coaches are going to tell him, Ricky, take a breath, you're going to go right back out. McGlynn shooting, blocker save, and swept away from trouble by Ryan Lee, and Lee will clear it all the way down. It's right on goal, so no icing. The remaining Warroad penalty killers will go off for a line change. We've got 20 seconds to go in the Avon Honvet penalty. McGlynn will carry it in. Stillwater still taking their time. Methodical, deliberate. Batchelor to Jarvis. Jarvis from the dot shoots. It goes off a stick and into the white netting. Time will continue to run. That's going to do it for the penalty. Boy, how about that? The Warroad players looking around, and they know for a fact Honfit's going to get out of the box, and those Warroad skaters are going to just fling the puck into the neutral zone and hope that Avon catches it. Boy, howdy, what a way to finish that would be. Everybody shouting instructions. We're under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Honvet back onto the ice. Oh, goodness gracious. It almost happened. Novotny got a stick on it and intercepted the pass. Honvet over to Lee. Lee zings it all the way to Rogers. And we've got icing. Clock continues to run. 1:35 to go in overtime. If we can't decide a winner here, then we'll move to a 3-player shootout, and stuff's really going to get nuts. Johnston wins the draw to himself. Oh, the puck rolling through the crease. Nobody could get a stick on it. Johnston tries a quick shot, goes off the blocker to the side. Novotny into the middle. Couldn't get a stick on it. That was Howe in front. Now finally, Warroad clears. Here comes Hontvet. Hontvet going 1 on almost 4. It's poked away, and Stillwater in transition. Johnston going after it. He goes down. Gavin Anderson into the middle. No one can handle the puck right now. Anderson loses control, and it ends up with Johnston. Johnston and Howe. Johnston shooting, and another blocker save by Finn Hansen. And a player goes into the Warroad net. And Stillwater is going to call time out. After the net was 38 seconds to go. Stillwater will call timeout. In our other quarterfinal after the first period, it looks like, is that Minnetonka over Hermantown? 4-1. So the Skippers finding their sea legs in game 2 after an incredible win over Rosemount last night, where Finn Spihar scored 2 goals and added an assist in the final 2:45 of regulation to give the Skippers a dramatic 6-5 victory. And coaches going over the plans with their men. The Stillwater coach reiterating that it is a running clock, so you guys got to get lined up. You can't lollygag back to the face-off. That's how you lose precious seconds. During the intermission, fans starting to filter in for this one, and why wouldn't you? It's been the most exciting game of the day so far. Now, something to bear in mind as we get closer and closer to a shootout, penalized players may not participate in the shootout. So if a player, let's use Luka Jarvis as an example, if Jarvis takes a penalty, he would be an obvious choice to be in the shootout for Stillwater if he were eligible, but he wouldn't be. So 4-on-4, here we go. Puck is down, and it's McGlynn. McGlynn at the blue line. He meets Avon Hontvet, who somehow knocked it away, and now it's pinned up along the boards. Ricky Rogers just praying that he hears a buzzer. Johnston muscling his way toward the Warroad net. He shoots, rebound in front. Oh, it goes off the post, and Hontvet clears. That'll be icing. Time continues to roll. 15 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds. The referee hustling down the ice. We're under 10 seconds to play. Stillwater not exactly being proactive about lining up. That's going to do it for overtime. We're going to go to a 3-player shootout. All right, we're going to a 3-player shootout. Everybody's favorite except for the losing team. Well, the coaches will decide which 3 they'd like to go. There's our photographer, Bjorn Franke. Stillwater will choose if it wants to go first or second in the shootout. There is a method to the madness. Stillwater is going to go second, and Warroad sends the man himself, Roderick Q. Jackson, to take the first shot. Roderick scored in a shootout earlier this weekend, excuse me. Boy, a lot of people in this building right now. Reinhardt is ready. Jackson is ready. Everybody's ready. Jackson will take his time coming in down the left side. He's on his forehand. He works his way in, fakes a shot, fakes. Oh, and he put it off the post. A beautiful move. Beautiful until it went off the post. Oh, he had everything he wanted and more, and came within an inch of giving Warroad the edge in the shootout. Batchelor's got a regulation goal. He'll be the first shooter for Stillwater. Here comes Tate Batchelor. Batchelor working his way in. Shooting. Big save by Finn Hansen. Oh my gosh, he almost knocked it in himself. Hansen thought that the puck had gone off into the corner. It was right between his skates, and he very nearly kicked that puck in. So, X and X. We have not had a goal yet. No check marks here. Cale Carey, he's got a regulation goal. Cale Carey skating for Warroad in his hometown of Moorhead. Let's see if Cale can play the hero. Here comes Carey working his way in. Beautiful move on the backhand, and Reinhardt splays and stops the puck. Leighton Reinhardt, he's got enough flexibility for 10 gymnasts. He can do the splits. He can cover all that ground. Teague McGlynn, the shooter for Stillwater. Teague McGlynn not taking his time at all. McGlynn in on Hansen on the back end of the forehand. He scores! What a move! What a move by Teague McGlynn. All right, here we go, folks. Wesley Schreiner. Schreiner for Warroad working his way in. Shooting too high, and it's over. And Stillwater escapes with a 2-1 shootout victory. The Ponies move on to the Blue Ox Black Bracket semifinals. We'll see Stillwater back here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Our final once again from the Bushy rink at the Cullen Hockey Center. Stillwater 2, Warroad 1.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.